Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
I go Ghana for Kokoko about 10 years. Kakra. Masaba mo na so biemo ye business na egu so bo digital business ye wo community mu a chese edom gum asedanka nyame na me kasa Ghana fo ye ndorso ni ade enne kofo atia se omura business ni mu me see ye business ye digital business abia abeko bia betumi arane agese me se woni internet no me say wo paycheck no wo de na so me na enso me ntina wo se be nya bibi ka ho na me ho hen ha me asedanka nyame 2 years ni enya nke enimu o eti ne ye bode from no me see business way afia so a those of us in the diaspora need to me file tax no ye bro ye 1099 na the file tax afia the file ye bra bi me the file ye di o just a professional bia wo business mu teachers taxi drivers just a me who send your men can doctors lawyers bankers obia you hear no gadgets just say we dey run business ye lay system na ma enti me say registration refundable. It's brabeshe. Say bibi a obetumi aye. Pe bibi kan wo na wo gina wo number akopɛ so a ebegene. Wo so otumi gina wo na me no so do won sesi obo. Na wan kasa otumi manage wade business na be ye wa wo dia. Amount extra source of income. Me mo mu de aboa me ne mabusua. Enti no bra. Me se kakra nie momra. Me number na etwa gu no. Ne yenkasa. God bless us all. Amen.
In the earlier editorial, I talked about the fact that Sarkodie is adding up Kojo entry to his Jams World Tour, and the fact that all my people, especially those who watch Sammy Flex TV, you guys should be a part of this concert. Sell tickets or buy tickets rather. Let me see you guys there, because it has always been my fear that our people will come abroad and tickets will not be sold. So I encourage you guys to buy more tickets so you can go there to support man like Sarkodie. And after that, I'm here to also tell you some facts, some of the achievements of Sarkodie that you can't forget. Reason you guys have to be there. Sarkodie has achieved a lot, and this did not even come from my compilation. It is a compilation made by Music Based Africa. Music Based Africa made this compilation, and I want to share this with you as well. It was also shared by George Quay on Facebook this morning. I said, well, as much as our people will do wrong and will come here, bash them, correct them, and talk about them, when they do well, when they achieve, we should also not be selfish to hide it. We should be open to share their good side as well. So today, I'm here to share some of the achievable facts of Sarkodie that you need to know even before you prepare for his concert in July. That is on July 15th in New York. Welcome once again to the editorial. My name is Sammy Flex. Here, I get the opportunity to express myself on my perspectives on issues pertaining to showbiz space here in Ghana, Africa, and the world at large. And I'm doing this with Digital Rasta. You can call him Currency. He's on camera. Richie Flex is the editor-director of our shows here on Sammy Flex TV. Now let's move on. So Music Based Africa says this. It says facts. Ghanaian rapper Sarkodie is the biggest rapper in the history of African music. These are some of his stats. Sometimes when I say Sarkodie is the biggest rapper in Africa, I know some of my friends who are Nigerians don't get it. They always will come and claim that, what do I mean by Sarkodie is the biggest rapper in Africa? Have I considered some rappers in Kenya? Have I considered some rappers in South Africa? Unfortunately, they don't mention some names in Nigeria because they know when it comes to rap music, Nigeria is not the ish. They know when it comes to rap music, Nigeria does not rate like that. That one they know. So oftentimes when they come with such arguments, they even run away from mentioning Nigerian artists. They rather will mention some other artists from some African countries, and that is fair. But we have to get this right. In case you also don't know, I'm sharing this with you. So point number one, he is the second most awarded musician in Africa after Wizkid, and this is for information. He might not be filling stadiums of 60,000 people and auditoriums of however thousand, but in Africa, if you check the records, he is the second most awarded musician in Africa after Wizkid. 2, he is the most awarded musician in Ghana, having won over 106 awards, and this is also fact. He is the most awarded musician in Ghana, having won over 106 awards. And these awards are not just any awards. These are recognizable awards. These are awards of repute. These are awards that an artist would be proud to mention that I am a winner of award A or award B. For information, it is not just some background or back house or backroom award show. Of course, Dr. Yuen was in the cut, but I'm sure Dr. Yuen has been taken out. So Dr. Yuen is not part of this particular 106. That one, we have taken it out. Moving on to number 3. And it says, he is the most awarded rapper in Africa. He is the most awarded rapper in Africa. And once again, if you doubt this, show us your proof. If you doubt this, bring out the name of the person you think is the next guy. If you think this is doubtful, come and fight with facts. Don't just come and write buzz, 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 buzz. Come and argue with facts. He is the most awarded rapper in the whole of Africa. He is the only Ghanaian artist with 2 BET awards. He is the only Ghanaian artist with 2 BET awards. Your favorite might not have been able to do this. Sarkodie has been able to do this. And he deserves commendation. He deserves some praises. Because like I'm saying, your favorite might not have been able to do this. Because if he has been able to do it, I'm sure the noise would have even been much higher than what it is with Sarkodie's achievements. So for information, before you come arguing that he's not the best in Africa, blah, 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 boom, 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 remember that you have to come with someone who has also won BET more than twice, and that the person is also still on his feet doing rap. Sarkodie is that guy, man. Watch out for him. And it goes on to say that he is the first artist in the world to win the Best International Flow Award at BET 2019. And I can share some information with you. When BET introduced their Best International Flow category, Sarkodie was the first to have won it in 2019. That was the first time they introduced the category in BET in 2019. And thanks be to God, here in Ghana, our own Sarkodie Obedimpombede won it. And this is for your information. This is for the records. And Music Base Africa added that we cannot turn a blind eye to what this man has done for the African music industry. Most importantly, he achieved all of this while rapping in his native language, that is Twi. Respect the legend. And I want us to talk about this a little while. Most importantly, he achieved all of this while rapping in his native language. And this one, you have to put respect on his name. I know sometimes some arguments come like, yeah, Sarkodie raps, he has style, he has attitude, he has the character of a rapper, but when it comes to his language, he's not communicating. I've heard this 1,001 times. I've heard this 1,001 times. And I'm telling you that it is not as if he will not be able to do it like he keeps saying. He is more comfortable. He's more emotional when he's doing it in Twi. And that's what he has been doing. So all these achievements that I've mentioned, he has been able to achieve all these things rapping in his native language Twi. So sometimes when I hear the fast, the buzz here and there, the nye here and there about why is Sarkodie, and I know the people outside, that's how they pronounce him. Why is Sarkodie rapping in Tree, they're not rapping in English here and there. Yes, he understands the business. He understands the reach. He understands that if he does it in English, this will be the outcome. But he also knows what makes him best. He also knows what makes him flow. And that is the native language. At the moment, I believe if you have paid attention to him now, you realize that he's now giving you a mixture of some of the things he's been doing. And it's just right that the business is good for you guys all to know. Now, whilst praising Sarkodie, because at the moment my attention is on Nigerian entertainment industry, I look at some of their flaws, I look at and talk about them, I look at some of their achievements and praise them. I've also come across one that I would want to share with you. And this is, to me, one of the biggest deals that one can get. Recognition doesn't come easy. Recognition does not come cheap. Recognition comes when you work hard. Recognition comes when you put in the work. And when I received this information from my ghost producer, shout out to you. Of course, he reached out to me and he said, yeah, Brasami, I'm here. I know you were talking about me. So shout out to you once again, my ghost producer. Hey, my ghost producer says he's a dealer of iPhones. So if you want iPhones of any type, contact him and he will sure sort you out. So he sent me this information from Mufasa Tunde Idnot. Mufasa Tunde Idnot. And of course, he is one of the respected names when it comes to Nigerian entertainment industry, a blogger, journalist, an industry person, a stakeholder in Nigeria's showbiz space. Mufasa has gotten so much attachment with so many successful Nigerian celebrities or artists, and he does it so beautifully with his blog. So far, so very good with him. He shared this information, and I also want to extend it to you. Maybe you might not have seen it, where he said that Wizkid and Tems fans dropped that love emoji below. Congratulations. This is how he posted it. Wizkid, Tems fans, drop that love emoji below. Congratulations. And he actually dropped the real information, where he said that Wizkid's Essence featuring Tems has become the first African song to win an iHeartRadio Titanium Award for reaching 1 billion spins across iHeartRadio stations. Listen to this once again. Wizkid's Essence featuring Tems has become the first African song to win an iHeartRadio Titanium Award for reaching 1 billion spins across iHeartRadio stations. 1 billion we're talking about, bro. We are not talking about just any number. We are talking about 1 billion spins. What it means is that ever since the song was released, 1 billion times on iHeartRadio stations across everywhere that they operate, this song has gotten a rotation. This song has gotten a mention, or this song has gotten a play. And that is no joke. That is no joke. It is a big deal. Once again, when I hear some of this information, as much as I'm happy for the glory, as much as I'm happy for the achievement, it takes me back to some of the things Joey Akan has been saying when it comes to Nigerian music and the fact that almost everything is working on financial steroids. So you tend to ask yourself, okay, perfect. Is this organic? Is this once again a financial steroid activity or what? But whatever be the case, if we are working with the records, they are there. The records, interestingly, will not have time to go and investigate whether it is based on financial steroids, whether it is based on financial injection, or whether it is based on financial promotion. The records will sure come to look at what was said, what is written. And what is written is what I've read to you. 1 billion spins on iHeartRadio. And these are platforms that are respected. These are platforms that are followed worldwide. And if you are there, it means good. Now, some of these things obviously will surely return to you in terms of money. The other day, I was watching a video from a guy in Nigeria called Mr. Duck or something Duck, where he was saying that to him, they think that Wizkid has become lazy. To him, they think that Wizkid has not been active for some years because he's not been releasing songs back to back. When I heard that, I laughed. Because one, we should understand that when it comes to the music space, what someone is doing, you might not know. There will be some artists who will be jumping from one stage to the other, but for you know, they are not making enough. And I know this story for a fact. Because yes, I see some of them. There are some artists who are forming busy everywhere, going here and there, making the world see that they are working. But unfortunately for them, they are even not making enough. There are others. They put in one, they put in two, they put in three. And based on their connect, based on their plugs, based on their business acumen, they are making a bunch of money. So when I saw that, I laughed. But with this, maybe your most hardworking African artist might not get this. Maybe your most hardworking artist filling auditoriums, playing left, right, and center might not get this achievement. It is not a mean achievement. 1 billion spins on iHeartRadio. There is not an African radio that you say, okay, someone can just manipulate easily. It means really and truly work has been put into it, and the results are here for us all to see. I won't say much. All I can say is congratulations to Wizkid and Tems. He should still try the Ghana concert. It will not be a bad idea. He should still try the Ghana concert, and that will be a good thing to know. Finally, on the Grammys mention of African category as one of the new categories that Grammy will be experiencing in the 2024 edition, the three categories that were introduced, one of them that has gotten Ghanaians talking is the Best African Music Performance. It has gotten Ghanaians talking when it comes to our social media space, especially from yesterday. It was the conversation, and even till now, everyone is sharing an opinion or two about it. One opinion that I've seen that I want to share with you briefly is coming from Nana Otujando. Nana Otujando is a radio kingpin here in Ghana. He has been in the radio industry or in the broadcast industry for so many years. He is a great guy in that space. Very, very knowledgeable when it comes to world music. Very, very knowledgeable when it comes to African music. And of course, he has seen the growth and the progress of so many young talents here in Ghana, even till their adulthood. When it comes to music, Nana Otujando really understands music. He speaks the music language. When he's on radio, as a matter of fact, you listen to him and you go, wow, this man understands his business. He calls himself His Royal Airness. Like, listen to his name. His Royal Airness. His name is Nana Otujando. When I started my radio at Plus 89.9, he was one of the few people who gave me that platform. Then, I was a newspaper editor. I approached him alongside Kwame Jokoto, and they agreed, gave me a platform to start my radio show first here in my life in Accra. It was a Sunday show, 2-hour show, graduated to a 3-hour show, and finally, they saw the impact the radio show was having. They moved on to the morning show, which became one of the best entertainment programs ever on radio. Nobody has beaten that record, and I'm also holding that record. Respect Sammy Flex and put some respect on my brand. Now let's listen to what he said. Once again, God bless Nana Otujando for that exposure and for that opportunity. I always appreciate him because anytime I talk about Sammy Flex Radio, I give credit to him because he made it possible. Let's go back to what he said. He said, yo fam, I am sitting here pondering what the heck makes us all go cray-cray about this national and continental celebration. I mean, seriously, I counted a whopping 21 African music genres in this definition, which the Western peeps can kind of wrap their heads around. So they just bunch it all up as one big thing, just to fit into their idea of what qualifies as top-notch music from the continent each year. And get this, all that musical power, all those dope beats and tunes, and it all boils down to just one award at the Grammys. Can you believe it? We out here killing the Cora Awards and couldn't care less about Afrima, but we are losing our minds over some scheme that's way beyond our own season, man. Like seriously, what's up with us? Why can't we find excitement and appreciation within ourselves without needing validation from these racist colonizers? And don't even get me started on those sellouts from within our own community who enable this whole mess. Honestly, we should have had the guts to stand up for our own Afro Grammys. At the very least, look at the Latin Grammys, man. They got their own thing going on. and we should have followed suit, no doubt. So Nana Tujando shared this information yesterday in the evening, around 7 p.m. that way. I captured it and I decided to share it with you as well. Because yesterday, when I start with Roland, as much as I'm excited about the mention, I was not overly enthused about it. I was not overly enthused about it because I said, well, even the genres that were mentioned, the high life and the Ghanaian drill, how useful, how impactful are they now? Of course, we can give credits to the Saka boys. Can give credits to people like Black Sheriff, Medical, and those who have been doing the drill thing. But let's be honest. At the moment, in our scheme of things, how useful are they? How impactful are they? They are not that powerful anymore. Come back to High Life. Same way. High Life is still the same thing. The attention of Ghana music, though we will see High Life as one of our foundation in terms of cultural music, now the ones that are being marketed worldwide, it is not High Life, unfortunately. Thanks to Shatawale, Stoneboy, Samini, Raskuku, Episode, Jupiter, and the rest at the time, even dancehall was on top of the agenda when it comes to Ghana music. And we all witnessed it. We are living witnesses to this. So if at the moment that High Life is not the in thing, if at the moment that High Life is not on top of our music ladder, some people mention High Life somewhere and we are all going crazy about it. I asked myself, how are we going to do this? And Nana Otijando pointed out something very important. He said, in that category, there are 21 African music genres in there. 21 African music genres in there. So to him, he feels like, well, this should not be a big deal because all the beautiful songs we do here in Africa, if Grammy wants to recognize us, they could have done it in a more respectable manner. I'm sure that's what he wants to say. They could have given us, okay, so in every year, because we are consuming world music, we will consider best Kizomba song. We will consider best Fiji song. We will consider best High Life song. We will consider best Afrobeat song. We will consider best Ghanaian drill song. We will consider best Afro trap or best South African trap or South African Afro song, something like that. But no, they compressed everything, pushed down, shaken to bits, and gave you one. And yet, our people are crazy about it. Unfortunately, Nana Tijan also said this one that I agree that unfortunately, we are not even protecting some of these awards here in Africa, like the Afrimes, like the Chorus. We are not. I remember when Samini won the Music of Black Origin, that is Mobo, some years ago. He was the frontliner of Ghana music. At the moment, where is Mobo? Mobo is also missing in action. But we are happy because Grammy has mentioned a category that has some of our genres as subsets of it. Not even the main thing, no, subsets of it. I can't agree with Nana Otijando less, and you can also agree or disagree with. I'll read his message finally, then I run away. Yo, fam, I'm sitting here pondering what the heck makes us all go cray-cray about this national and continental celebration. I mean, seriously, I counted a whopping 21 African music genres in this definition, which the Western peeps kind of wrap their heads around. So they just bunch it all up as one big thing, just to fit into their idea of what qualifies as top-notch music from the continent each year. And get this, all that musical power, all those dope beats and tunes, and it all boils down to just one award at the Grammys? Can you believe it? We out here killing the Cora Awards and couldn't care less about Afrima, but we are losing our minds over some scheme that's way beyond our own season, man. Like seriously, what's up with us? Why can't we find excitement and appreciation within ourselves without needing validation from these racist colonizers? And don't even get me started on those sellouts from within our own community who enabled this whole mess. Honestly, we should have had the guts to stand up for our own Afro Grammys. At the very least, look at the Latin Grammys, man. They got their own thing going, and we should have followed suit, no doubt. And I agree with him perfectly. Yesterday, I said something similar to what Anotu Jando is saying, that, yeah, It is good, but what at all? It doesn't come with any extra excitement. It is still the same old shit. And that is what we are happy about. That is what we are jumping, gayfully making noise about. There's nothing new. We can rather pay attention to our VGMAs. We can rather pay attention to our SAMMs, South African Music Awards. Recently, Afrima, I think it was in Nairobi or something like that. Yeah, Black Sharif was there. I remember this. We can pay attention to these ones, put respect on it, put value on it. Artists, when they even get nominated in the VGMA, they are not even proud to share their flyers. They are not even proud to make noise about people voting for them. But everybody's making noise about a mention, a sub-mention elsewhere. Maybe we will still need to do a holistic thinking about some of these things. We need an overhaul of our minds. Mental slavery is real. We need to stand out and think well. My name is Sammy Flex. This is the editorial. I'll see you again in the evening on the Showbiz Daily. I'm out of here.